We are currently at the brink of a constitutional crisis here in Puerto Rico. As you just mentioned, in just 4 days, Ricardo Rosselló's resignation will become effective, and the people of Puerto Rico still don't know who's going to be his replacement. The Legislative Assembly in Puerto Rico has failed to step up to its leadership, particularly within the statehood party, who is the party that the governor currently belongs to. And unfortunately, they don't seem to be hearing the message that the people of Puerto Rico have been screaming loud and clear, that we're not only asking for Rosselló's resignation, we're looking to end corruption here in Puerto Rico. And that means that whoever is going to be the substitute to Ricardo Rosselló has to be a candidate that comes out of the consensus with the people of Puerto Rico.
And could you talk about the Justice Minister, Wanda Vasquez, and why many of the protesters are unhappy, even about the possibility that she will be the successor? Her record as a Justice Minister in terms of not even investigating or prosecuting potential corruption in relationship to the aid that was sent from the United States to Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria?
They're both cut from the same cloth. When it comes to Wanda Vasquez, she has failed to fulfill her constitutional duties as Secretary of the Department of Justice. In my case, particularly, a lot of the corruption that has been signaled out and called out in the now famous Telegram chat, I had been pointing out for the last 2.5 years. I had referred all of that corruption to Wanda Vasquez and the Department of Justice since at least November of 2017. $40 million or $50 million in government contracts to the governor's publicists, the relationship and the conflict of interest with Elias Sanchez, the governor's best man at his wedding, his campaign manager, and his representative of the Fiscal Control Board. I mean, so many examples of things that had been pointed out. The evidence had been provided to Wanda Vasquez and the Department of Justice, and she just continued to become silent, and she was complicit to all of this corruption. So she's obviously inhabilitated to become the next governor of Puerto Rico, and that creates a void and a constitutional crisis here in Puerto Rico that unfortunately the statehood party has not been willing to show its leadership and hear the people of Puerto Rico.
And why it's been so difficult for the governor to name a successor, or even for the statehood party leaders to sort of agree on an interim caretaker governor? Isn't it part of the problem that a lot of them are jockeying to actually run for governor next November?
That's correct, Juan. We have two situations unfolding here. One is that a lot of the possible substitutes to the governor are also involved in the same corruption scandals that led to the governor having to resign. The other situation is that there are a couple of individuals that are looking to put themselves in the best situation towards 2020 and towards running for governor themselves, particularly Tomas Rivera Chats, who's the president of the Senate, and he's a member of the statehood party, and Jennifer Gonzalez, who's currently the resident commissioner of Puerto Rico in Washington, D.C. During that battle, the people of Puerto Rico have become hostage to the statehood party because since they're not able to come together with a solution for short term, so Puerto Rico can finish this term in peace until the next general elections, the people of Puerto Rico have become hostage of these backroom negotiations that are taking place within the statehood party. And we have been put in a level of uncertainty that, like I mentioned before, we're 4 days away from the governor's resignation becoming effective. And we literally don't know who's going to be the next in line to take in place. And not only that, there's so many negotiations, bills that are being signed into law, people that are being put in strategic positions during this transition process that we don't know about. And the governor is not showing face to the people of Puerto Rico. He's doing all this governing of his last days in office behind closed doors, not engaging with any sort of conversations with the press. So we're right now in a very, very dark position.